Okay, deck tech. Let's what can we say? I think that we may actually be onto something here with this particular configuration. So like, I've obviously been tinkering around a bit, and I actually tried recording some previous leagues, but the recordings just didn't come out. Just, I mean, for a number of different reasons. Like having to interrupt the audio, needing to like have some re-recording. So I just said, whatever, and I'm just recording this one instead. But basically, as you may be able to see, there is a certain card that is missing from this deck that has been ubiquitous in this types of versions for a long time, and that is we are going without Aether Vial. What on earth are we doing? Well, hear me out, okay? I think that we don't need Aether Vial. I think that having basically 24 lands, only 6 of them being basic lands, all the rest being utility lands, it gives us an unprecedented amount of utility in our land base and ability to basically never mana flood, which is kind of a consistent theme in my deck building. It also like, sometimes Aether Vial just, it's hard for us to know what to have it on, because unlike Merfolk, most of our stuff isn't clustered at 2. I mean, some of it is, but like, and we've got stuff at 3, we got stuff at 5. So like, and we also don't have a way to reset it. Like, we can't repeal it back to our hand. I mean, I guess we could Flicker Wisp it, but then it takes forever to like to take back up again. Anyway, yeah, and here's the thing, okay? Flicker Wisp might not seem like it is that great without Aether Vial, but we can actually use Ephemerate to still get its ability at instant speed. So we can still, flicker stuff, at the end of their turn, or at the end of our turn, so that it doesn't come back till the end of their turn. Also, if they try to hit Flicker Wisp, we can save it, and then we can maybe blink another one of our value things. But also, on top of that, we can also use Ephemerate on Flicker Wisp, like say if they target like Batterskull or something, and then we can flicker our Batterskull and save it. So I think Ephemerate actually gives us the ability to play a Stoneblade deck that doesn't rely on Aether Vial, and I don't honestly think we really need Aether Vial. Yeah, I really don't. We are also opting not to play Charming Prince. Charming Prince has been a mainstay in this deck for a long time, but at the end of the day, it doesn't have evasion. It can only blink stuff on our side. It can't blink stuff from the opponent's side. And actually, not having evasion is pretty huge, because I'm going to go over my sideboard in a second, but we're not playing even Mind Sensor anymore, and we're also not playing Archon of Emiry anymore. That means our only source of evasion, if we're not playing Flicker Wisp, is Cave of the Frost Dragon, which is fine very, very late in the game, but a lot of times we want a good body to put Sword of Fire and Ice on, and I think that having Flicker Wisp, even if it is 1 toughness, even if it can get Ren in 6th, I think that's where we want to be. I think, I did play a previous version with Charming Prince instead of Path. I just don't think we can leave home without Path. I also tried, I think, some versions without Flicker Wisp, although maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking back to my Aether Vial days, but as between the two, I think especially with our sideboard configuration, which I think has, and we're not trying to hate on Burn, but we're incidentally hating very hard on Burn. I think we can afford to. I think Flicker Wisp is better against most matchups other than Burn-based matchups, and yeah, so. Yeah, and it's also worth noting that we have both Wall of Omens and Thraben Inspector. So Flicker Wisp, even if we like, yeah, I mean, like, how can I say, like, even if there's nothing particularly good to flicker on their side, we've probably always got something pretty decent to flicker on our side. We could also flicker a Stoneforge Mystic, like, yeah. Anyway, let's go to the sideboard. So I think I already was on the Chalice tech from last time, but basically, I think it's kind of obvious. This is primarily for Cascade, but also we can play a little bit of a transformational sideboard. We've also got these Sanctum Priests here, or Sanctum Prelate, and this is a pretty good. I think this compares favorably in many ways to Archon, but it depends on the matchup. See, what made me realize that we may need to reach for this, which we did actually try in some previous versions, but what made me really, anyway, what makes me inclined to like this is that we need a way to shut off stuff like Tasha's Hideous Laughter and, you know, Fractured Sanity and stuff from Mill. We need a way to just, or to just shut off a, Scape Shift we could name 4, which also shuts off Wrath of God. I think this is a pretty good, this has a pretty good ability to control what the opponent can play. I actually thought about playing Nevermore before. Yeah, I thought about playing Nevermore, but I think honestly Sanctum Prelate is just better. It's also a creature. So yeah, I think that's yeah, and okay, another elephant in the room. What is this doing here? You know what? I actually realized I think that this card is a very flexible. Like, the thing is, I realized is that some aggro decks are still just really aggro. I like this card. Think about it. Like, against Temur Living End, even if they get through our prelates, relics, chalices, even if they can put so many creatures onto the table that I can't Solitude and Ephemerate and just kill all of them that way, if they attack with all their creatures, which they probably are until they see Settle, but if they aren't, then maybe we can slow the game down regardless. Then we can basically recover even if they are at, even if they spam the board with a lot of creatures. Same thing with Rhinos. The only Cascade deck that this doesn't really help out against is Glimpse, but I think between Prelate and Chalice, I think we've got enough hate for the Glimpse deck. But I like the way Settle the Wreckage. So Settle the Wreckage can also help us finally deal with Token Swarm. We don't have Ratchet Bomb, so we've got to reach a little bit to something different in the pocket. And the thing I like about Settle the Wreckage instead of something like, say, Wrath of God, I mean, 2 reasons. One reason is obviously Wrath of God is symmetrical, so it'll hit our stuff, which may or may not always be an issue, because a lot of times when we're Wrath of Godding, it's because the board got kind of out of control, but sometimes we still might have straggling Wall of Omens and things, or Thraben Inspectors. It's entirely possible that they attack with everything, but they, but we still have creatures on the board. So yeah, so that's one reason. But the other reason is because, actually 3 reasons. The other reason is because it's instant speed, and that's very important because think about it, decks like Temur Rhinos and Temur Living End, they put stuff, they dump a bunch of creatures on the battlefield at end of turn because of frickin' Violent Outburst. If we play Settle the Wreckage, though, we could untap and, actually interact. Whereas if we had Wrath of God, since it's a sorcery, we're just out of luck. And the third reason is because it exiles. And this is kind of important against, like, Living End. Obviously, we don't want them getting Living Ended back. Also, against, like, say... Also against Dredge, it exiling them means that we can deal with a lot of Dredge's problematic creatures. And, I guess there's a 4th reason, because, I mean, it's a downside and an upside. The downside is that they can play around it, but the upside is since they can play around it, sometimes they'll play around it even if we don't have it in our hand. In any case, this is still a highly experimental card, but I like the way it actually covers a lot of bases, and it's better against some of the combo-ish matchups than you might think, at least the ones that dump a lot of creatures on the battlefield. So I think that it may well have a place. Anyway, let's see how the games go. I think I've talked long enough. Smash that like button if you want to see 6 basic lands in mono white with no Aether Vial. Smash that like button even if you don't think that's a good idea. But if you are entertained by watching somebody try things that I doubt were tried that often previously. Anyway, let's get to the games. Thank you, everybody. All right. Match 1, Blinkblade, let's go. Oh, this hand is way too mana light. Okay, that's much more like it. Yeah, and let's see what this hand bringeth. I think this hand can bringeth good things. I don't. If I knew we were up against burn, then I would definitely throw the Horizon Land to the bottom. But since I don't, let's go get the Inspector. Inspector Gadget, as she's sometimes called. I think that's a she. Either that or that's a guy who needs to work out the chest a little more. I think that's a she though. It's just the hat and the face, the scrunched up face she's making. Alrighty, well, I could wait till maybe I draw Ephemerate to play Stoneforge, but we don't know for a fact that they are Temur. I mean that they are. Izzet? What's it called? Delver. We do not know that for a fact. I think Batterskull, as usual, is the best. It's best if we get to untop, and it's one of the best if we don't. Okay, well. Hey, you know, we get to try out our Settle the Wreckage tech against Living End, so we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, Grief. Grief, unfortunately, is what throws a monkey wrench into that. Especially since Grief comes back from the graveyard, so we're kind of hoping to just draw it like the turn before we need it. But even then, actually, no, the turn before the attack, I guess. But they can even end of turn, bring this back, bring Grief back, all that good stuff. Okay, let's see about this. Well, at least that's something. I don't know, let's just do this. See if we can get like a... Oh yeah. That would have been better to draw into. I wonder why they didn't just play that untapped and I don't know. The world may never know. I don't know what's going on here. I should have gone after red. I mean, I don't know. I'll probably just get a basic forest. I did that more to color fix myself than anything. Okay. I think I'm gonna path, right? I got nothing better to do. So I'll probably take the Solitude. Or actually, I guess I should probably just on the other hand, Skyclave Aberration. Oh, it's bugged. Okay. So I can play a Thraben Inspector, draw into Ephemerate. And then, yeah, and then block and get another token. Okay, Ephemerate. Force negation. Alright, fair enough. And by fair enough, I mean frickin' annoying, but... Alright, well, you know, I don't know, like... Man, this is 7 mana, it's gonna take me a while to juice up Blast Zone to hit that. But we're not entirely cold. Waker of Waves. Oh, another Striped Riverwinder. Well, great. Now we can hit both of these with our Blast Zone that's never actually going to go off. Alright, got a Chump Block 1. I don't even know what we're playing for it anymore. Okay. Waker of Waves. Alright. Alright, I guess we are trying the upshot here is that even if they get stuff back, we still have an out. The downshot is so let's see. Skyclave is definitely the weakest. Probably followed by Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp does actually help actually win the game though. Yeah, I'm not really so sure Solitude or Path is where we want to be. Yeah, let's actually Wall of Omens and And let's see here. I think we want Solitude. And I think we want maybe one Flicker Wisp. Wall of Omens can be good though, but I think I was trying to think of which one of these we want as a one of. Yeah, probably Flicker Wisp, although I can see Wall of Omens getting us out of jams a little bit more, so maybe, I don't know. Well, we're on the play, so maybe the Sanctum Prelate is enough. I think we do want to play Secluded Steppe tapped. Alright, well let's see if they got the goods. Got a Luck Relic. Relic, everybody, everywhere. Now, of course, if they Foundation break, then we can at least draw a card off of it. Okay, see if this was, they misordered. That could actually... See, if that was Rest in Peace, then we just really wouldn't have much of anything to say. Alright, let's get our Sanctum Prelate down. Zero. 0 is an interesting number. I said 0 is an interesting number. I said 369. So they can't flash in Brazen Borrower to block, which actually is an advantage of this over Archon of Emeria. I'll just go for max speed. Alrighty, I'm gonna Foundation break again. Grief. Well, now they know about my super secret Settle the Wreckage tech. But, you know, the cool thing about Settle the Wreckage is once they know about it, they may not attack with everything even when we don't have it. So it's one of those cards that if they play around it, it could be worse, but its presence in the deck can sometimes help you even if it's not in your hand. And that is definitely cool. Make sure we click the right equipment. we'll play this just in case somehow they flash in something with 1 toughness, like Snapcaster Mage, which I don't even know because they would cascade into it. Let's try it. Alright, well, they're going to wipe the board at least. If it's just the Riverwinder, I may not bother. That's fine. I'm fine with the Riverwinder. Alrighty. I'll definitely choose 0. Definitely equip. I think we can race this. Unfortunately, equipping Caldera is a little dangerous because if they end a turn bounce this again, and I can't play Relic, oh, yeah, well, that's too bad. Well, I might just end a turn, crack Relic, because they need exactly Brazen Borrower. Yeah, they need exactly Brazen Borrower. Okay. I want to play around Solitude. I mean, Subtlety. Alright, let's go for it. Kind of wish I still had my Relic, but hey, what can you do? Hopefully they don't return it to my hand. Alright, cool stuff. Too bad it doesn't actually exile. I mean, like, it will if the creature's larger. Alrighty. Every card counts. Yeah, Ephemerate, Days Inspector, Solitude. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna I'm going to put Wall of Omens. I regretted the last time. I think Wall of Omens is just a little bit more likely to be a little less clunky. It can be a draw engine. Yeah. It's a fairly innocuous card, but man, well, I could keep mulliganing, but I mean, I do have a redraw from this Secluded Steppe. Are they deciding whether to keep or not? I don't know what's going on over there. Okay. I think I'd rather just cycle this, although, yeah, because I may want something to pitch with Solitude. But the problem is that this could be a mistake. This could be like a surprisingly, make it or break it type moment, but I just like the way this gives me a guaranteed draw a card on the second turn. Okay, good, no Foundation Breaker. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, let's try to play this. Worst case scenario, we get Subtletied, and they bounce this in a turn. It's not impossible. No, there's the subtlety part. We can't say that we didn't expect that. I think we will put this on top, though. Okay, good, they didn't bounce it. Okay, so they might be trying to hard cast a subtlety. At least if we do that, they can't gain card advantage by playing this. Alright, well that is something. Eventually we can hard cast a Solitude. They're winning the race, but this is, we've got a much better shot. Okay. You know, we can actually name 3. Except then we can't play our own Sword of Fire and Ice. Brazen Borrower, the Sanctum Prelate. Okay, thank goodness. Griffy. I guess that makes sense. I'm a little bit worried about like double petty theft, and then, you know, and then they draw Shardless Agent, but I mean, that's a little bit magical Christmas landy for them. All right. So they could chump block it if they Brazen Borrower, but that's fine, because we can just equip it to the other Thraben Inspector. Alright, that's kind of worse, but it's okay. I mean, Thraben Inspector gave us a... It birthed us a, Oh no, I shut off my own Chalice. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to put this on 3, though. I'm going to put Chalice on 3. If I can. This is just trying to be mana efficient. They would need to have end of turn Brazen Borrower, and then their turn draw Shardless Agent, which could happen. It really could. But, yeah. I can't quite deal with losing this to a subtlety. I think I'll name 3. I don't think there's anything left in my deck. Because 3 means they can't cast the, Alright. Yeah, I was gonna name 3. Alright, cool stuff. Alright, match 2, we're on the draw. Adventuring party. I suspect this is burn. Alright, well, burn in game 1 without what's it called? Let's actually just hold up Path, because if they drop either an Eidolon or Goblin Guide or anything really, I need to be able to deal with it, and if they don't, I can always just cycle Secluded Steppe, and I think I have enough lands where that's perfectly acceptable and probably even the optimal thing to do anyway. The Sanctum Prelates and Chalices will help out a lot in games 2 and 3. In game 1, I'm a little softer because no Charming Princes to gain 3 life, and then you know, no way to blink them and gain more life. You know, obviously Charming Prince is excellent against burn, but I think Flicker Wisp is kind of better against most other creatures. It's mostly because when they deal with our whatchamacallit, oh, they said GLHF. Alrighty. Alright, well, like I said, good thing we held up path. Well, what are the odds this survives? Obviously we get Batterskull though. There's literally no other card to get. We're not playing any other equipment, so it's Batterskull or bust as far as gaining life. As long as I don't have Searing Blaze, hopefully I at least avert 3 damage from my face. Okay, 3 damage diverted. From my face, no less. Okay. So here's the issue. I don't want to play these. Let's cycle this. No. I know this looks incredibly disjointed, but we absolutely have to hit our 5th land drop. There's just no way around that. We cannot miss that. Alright, well, that is what it is. It's probably one of the best cards we could have drawn. I think we'll Solitude. Hitting that. So we don't lose life, which is really nice. Alright, and we'll flicker our Thraben Inspector. Alrighty. Also, just having flying, I don't think I have any flyers in my deck actually without Flicker Wisp, so that's why Flicker Wisps are, you know, main card of choice. Man, what a glacial clock though. That's like the biggest issue here with this deck. It's extremely glacial clock. Relying on creatures to control the game. We could just bite the bullet and try Hammer Time again. I mean, it's working for some people, and it worked for us as long as we didn't face frickin' control. Although I think it has to be the control versions that play Spreading Seas, which has got to be all of them, but we don't necessarily see that in all of them. Maybe by now it's all of them, but yeah, like... Hammer Time is just so polarizing. I'd rather have a deck that can win any matchup than a deck that like consistently wins some, but then like horribly loses to like a whole bunch of other ones. And just basically control as an entire archetype is a huge problem for Hammer Time. I mean, obviously sometimes they juke us, even though we've got like 8 removal spells, but the problem is that when we play Hammer Time, they always have removal, like always. Double Searing Blaze? Oh, just one Searing Blaze, okay. See if we can gain the life. Gain the life, gain the life. Oh, Skullcrack. Oh, gain the life. Life, Skullcrack. Sack the clue token. Alrighty. Okay, well, stealing game 1. We're not as... Stealing game 1 when we're not as well positioned in the main feels really good. Okay. We need Sanctum. And we need Chalice. That's going to be our jazz. We need Path. I don't know about Ephemerate. Ephemerate's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's like, ugh, in this matchup at least. Wall of Omens is excellent. You know, we need defense. Flicker Wisp, I think, ironically, even though it was good that game, Flicker Wisp is one of the more speculatively good cards. I think we need Skyclave, we need all the removal we can get. Okay. Ephemerate can be great if we have Solitude, but otherwise it can be a little meh. Thraben Inspector, Thraben Inspector, Thraben Inspector. Actually, yeah, let's take out Ephemerate because Sanctum Prelate and Chalice are going to put a lot of pressure on my 1-drops, particularly my non-creature 1-drops. Yeah, so Ephemerate's going to have a lot of pressure on it. Okay, we'll keep... I think Sanctum Prelate names 2, actually. Because that turns off Searing Blaze. I need Solitude. Oh, I don't need more Skyclave Apparitions. Yeah, this could be a major problem. Come on. Alright, my turn, my turn, my turn. Okay. Okay, my turn. Please reveal land. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this hand. Just no interaction in the early turns, no Chalice. I don't know. If I win this, it's not necessarily because I capped, it's maybe in spite of me keeping. And how much you want to bet they're holding on to Searing Blaze? Alright, and I gotta discard something. Probably Mortar Pod. Honestly, Mortar Pod arguably shouldn't even be in the deck, but I don't think there's anything else I can replace it with, and it's at least a body. Maybe if they've got Dragon Rage Channeler, it hits it, but yeah, this is Searing Blaze. Or Path. I think Path is definitely a little better for us. Well, that's a lot of... Okay, so the problem is I feel like I need... Yeah, so here's the thing. I have to get Skyclave down. I'm obviously teetering on the brink of destruction. And I'm hoping that Sanctum Priest does a lot of work. A lot of work. Like an insane amount of work. Okay, that's extremely good. That gives us the ability to gain some life in a pinch. Okay, our Thraben Inspector can block that. That's good. I think I need a Sanctum because I'm worried they've got Smash to Smithereens, and then our Batter Skull is like just a liability. I think I can Solitude, yeah, and then gain 3 life. I think this is basically just 0 mana, gain 3 life, which is really nice. Alright, got a Sanctum Prelate. There's no other way. So hopefully my Batter Skull is protected. Now you've got protection. Okay, that doesn't bother me too much. And they could path it. Thankfully we got the double Thraben. And thankfully I did not take damage from playing that. Should I equip Sanctum Prelate to gain more life? I think the answer is no. Because I don't want to expose myself to getting blown up by Lightning Bolt. It is really nice though, that Solitude actually, because I think it can exile itself. You just have to make the evoke ability go to the bottom. So you click on the ability, you want to go to the bottom, so you put evoke on the bottom. Creature goes on top. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but maybe we can at least gain some good life here. Ooh, Chalice on 2. That seems good to me. I could also just return Batter Skull to my hand, but I think Chalice on 2 seems a little better. Alrighty. And then, yeah, alright, cool stuff. Good to know that even without what's it called? Charming Prince, we can still do it. Alright. Okay. Match 3, no lands, got them all. Okay, we do have lands, so we can keep. And I think Flicker Wisp. I don't think we need 2 Flicker Wisps. La 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 la. Oh man. Well, good thing we got Wall of Omans next turn. Well, assuming they don't counter it. I like this goofy avatar. Maybe I should try to pick a goofy avatar. Kind of lightens the mood. Well, they can path their own Ragavan. Well, let's wall it up. See if they counter. They might, but that's kind of okay. Okay, I can live with that. Ooh, Ephemerate's good. Next turn I might might play Stoneforge Mystic to try to back it up with Ephemerate. But hitting Dragon Race Channeler might be necessary too. Question is, do I want a Skyclave or do I want to play Stoneforge? I think I'm going to play Stoneforge, and here's my reasoning why. By next turn I can play Skyclave, and I can hold up mana. Okay, I think we actually just want Mortar Pod. Although, actually, maybe I wanted to tempt them to try to kill Stoneforge Mystic, so maybe this was a mistake. Alright. Ephemerate time. Alright, I think we go for Batterskull. Do we go for Batterskull or do we go for Sword? I think we go for Batterskull. I may not want to block with Wall, because if they finish off Stoneforge, then I don't have... Okay, that's fine. Alright, jeez. Well, I'm glad I got Mortar Pod. Actually... Okay, this is good. Well, hopefully they don't have actual counterspell. Okay. I have a shot. If they try to kill it, I can Ephemerate. And if they play Murktide, I can reset it with Flicker Wisp. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Gotta love it. I will block. Okay. Let's try to hit the other one. Hopefully no counterspell. Okay. But that's okay because we can Ephemerate while they're tapped out. They get a 1/1 token, but I think it's worth it. We have to hit this thing. And then we can mop up the token with the mortar pod. I'm hesitant though to use the Flicker Wisp because I'm gonna need to reset that Murktide. A 3/3 Murktide is more manageable. Okay, I have to block the Ragavan. I know it's cheeky to block something else, but like we just have to. I just got a feeling they got a counterspell. They're holding something up. Alright, block one, ping the other. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, Ephemerate's not bad. I could. Alright. Alright, my little, my spunky little, friends might actually do something. If they hit the Flicker Wisp, I can blink it, which is really nice. I'll probably blink the token. I could have maybe just played the Batterskull, but it probably would have. Like I would have also lost 2 life, and that's kind of not ideal. Well, they will probably counter this, but at least I am better set up. Okay. Oh, that wasn't expecting them to counter with that. Yeah, I know I want to hit the token, but actually maybe that's just better. This way, if they can't burn the Flicker Wisp and attack through. Okay, they might have another one. Alright. I'm holding back. I can also animate the Cave of the Frost Dragon. I can animate the Cave of the Frost Dragon, and if they try to kill it, I can path with it. So I've got my spunky little little blinker deck. May actually be doing it. Okay. Oh man, should we Ephemerate? I kind of want to blink. Yeah, let's Ephemerate. Oopsie! I thought that was Ephemerate. Oh my god. Oh my god. Um... Oh, my tokens. Well, I don't know. Maybe we draw Solitude. Actually, we still might actually have a fighting chance. Well, they drew what did they draw? What's frickin' called Unholy Heat? Well, I guess we'll trade the some misplays. I hope they don't take this the wrong way. But I mean, I don't know. Alright, let's see. Hopefully we can pull ahead, but maybe they drew Unholy Heat now. Man, I need this takes a lot of mana to animate this thing and then attack. And next turn we got Caldera. That might play into a counter magic though. They might Ragged Dash me too. There are ways we lose this. Oh. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think let's try. I mean, we can always play the Thraben Inspector if it doesn't go through. And I guess technically I'm mana flooded too, but I mean, I drew a bunch of cards. I guess they drew a bunch of cards, but they didn't chain like too many expressive iterations together. Man, this was unlikely that we actually could come back after making that horrible misplay. That was so... Well, they could still double lightning bolt us though, so let's not celebrate too quickly. I can either lightning bolt or they can expressive iteration into another lightning bolt. Like, it's not over. It's not over till the fat lady sings. It's not over till it's over. It is not over till it's over. Well, a win's a win. Man, though, those were some epic misplays from both of us. Both of us kinda... I tossed the game, and then they toss it right back to us. Ooh, maybe. Yep, I kinda suspected one of those cards was Lightning Bolt. Man, Burn always gives them a chance to get back in it, though. Okay. We need Path. I want Chalice, but Chalice also can... I don't know, they've got a lot of answers to Chalice. Like, so this might seem counterintuitive. Yeah, I can't... Am I really gonna not bring Chalice in against the deck where everything is a 1-drop? But the thing is, they've got answers, though. They really do. And I've shut off my own path more than I'd care to admit. I guess... Man, Flicker Wisp is good, Skyclave is good, Solitude is good, Wall of Omens is good, Stoneforge. Man, like, what do I take out? I mean, maybe Thraben Inspector, but, like... I don't know. Maybe controlling their graveyard isn't, like, that important. Part of me wants to play Sanctum Prelate. Maybe Sanctum Prelate is just the way to go. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I can bring Chalice on the play, maybe. Ephemerate's not as good if they're always playing around it. Like, it's best when it catches them off guard. I'm just trying to think here. I'm just going to run it back. This whole deck just seems to really have a chance. Man, I'm telling you, Blast Zone's been an overperformer. Blaststone's the card I've always been dreaming of, and it helps with Torpor Orb too. Oof. I mean, this is probably a mistake, but I'll keep. Hey, they mulligan to 6. And the only reason I can keep this hand is because I can cycle these Secluded Steppes. I'm just a little hesitant, though, to cycle both of them because I'm a little short on white mana, but these field runes can always get cashed in for white mana. I just got too many lands in my hand. I think I have to... Plus, maybe I bluff Path to Exile. I don't know. I want to play Stoneforge, but I think we'll wait. See if they counter this. Countering this might not actually be a bad idea for them. They might want to think about it because it's like kind of like an engine card. It must feel really cheesy though, countering this. This is kind of like my expressive iteration. Leaves behind a body that can block Ragavan. Draws a card. Bluff Canal. Well, I guess let's Stoneforge Mystic then. We might get them to play around. Yeah, let's try to get them to play around Ephemerate. Yeah, see, they didn't want to fall for the same thing again. I don't blame them. And it wasn't a full bluff because I can just cycle this Secluded Steppe. I'm gonna pretend like I thought about not alrighty. Well, I guess we Stoneforge it up again, right? Alright, fair enough. Well, you know what? Let's just Stoneforge it up again. Alright, I think Batterskull. Alright, of course they deal with it. At least those are lightning bolts not going in my face, if you think about it. Can I land a Batterskull next turn? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. They can EE on 2. Alrighty. And gotta love these inspectors. Ooh, Solitude. The Tude, as it's called. I think I'm going to attack. I think I'm not going to play Thraben Inspector, even though you because I want to be able to. I guess I can end of turn path my turn Solitude. Nah, I want to be able to end of turn. I don't know. It's kind of a close call. I'll just play it out. I might just Field of Ruin end of turn. Need to cash these in for more colored lands. Yeah, time to cash. Alrighty. Da 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 da, Inspector Gadget. Da 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 da, ooh ooh. Yeah, I just don't want to expose my big haymakers to counter magic unnecessarily. They're going for Murktide, that's fine. I will end of turn try to Solitude, because if they counter, let's see, I could end of turn Path to Exile, and maybe that's the best. Okay. Alright, they're finally running out of cards. I don't want to put this on 2. I don't know what that does. I don't know. Let's Ephemerate, shall we? Just try to win with these dinky little well, I guess now it's time to try to land Batterskull. I mean, right? Like when else am I gonna try? I mean, but they have to like kill those dumb things. Oh, actually, maybe I've exposed it. I want to be able to ideally return it to my hand. Could have been a mistake. I don't know. Yeah, they might. Okay, it's not too bad. Well, I can deal with this by just returning it to my hand, though. Man, landing Caldera would be so sweet. Let's do it. Alrighty. I don't want them gaining life, though. Oh no. Thankfully we can Skyclave the threads. Gotta block this. Scalding Tarn. Let's try to go after threads. Alrighty. Let's I can just use Blast Zone. How fun is that, though? I could also just equip for 5. Might not be that bad of an idea. Hopefully I don't play another threads. It'd just be too much of a blowout if they hit the Skyclave. Please, not another threads. I assembled the ultimate Voltron. Well, close to the ultimate Voltron. If I land this, it's pretty much the ultimate Voltron. The ultimate germ. Oh no, they're gonna take it. Here's what I want to do. I don't want them to actually gain control of it. I don't know what difference it makes, but yeah. I didn't want to return Batterskull to my hand. I wanted to equip it. But, oh yeah, that's why, because I gained a lot of life by doing it to me. Nice. Two, three, 4, 5. Okay, cool. The ultimate Volt, well, actually it'll be the ultimate Voltron next turn. Still getting there. Man, my inner Timmy is so happy. Murktide Regent, eat your heart out. Deal with an 8/8 lifelink. Whenever it deals combat damage, deal 2 damage, strike a creature, player, draw a card, and next turn it's gonna be a 13/13 indestructible lifelink haste. Whenever it deals damage, exile that creature. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, it deals 2 damage, draw a card. Lifelink, if I didn't already say it. The ultimate Voltron. Oh, but they can't bounce it, thankfully. They cannot bounce it. And Threads of Disloyalty won't work anymore either because my creature is 3 mana. Alrighty. Cool stuff. Alrighty. You gotta love it. Match 4. Let's see. Well, not bad. Yeah. And we'll cycle Secluded Steppe. Secluded Steppe gives me more things to do on turn 1. Oh, yeah. And let's see. Ooh, Solitude. Man, I could go grab that right now, but, yeah, you know what? I will. Ephemerate's great and all, but you gotta minimize any amount of damage you take. That's how you beat burn. Period. End of story. There's no debate. Solitude does represent 3 life if you just use it on itself, but that's not ideal because, you know, like Goblin Guide, I think we have to deal with Goblin Guide kind of sooner or later, so. Okay, well they can sneak one through. Playing this first in case we draw Cave of the Dragon Bear. Okay, no we did not. Okay, our defensive perimeter is pretty strong. Okay. Well, I'm still blocking. There's no way in heck we're taking. It's like gaining 4 life for each of these. Plus, we can drop Blast Zone. Yay! And deal with both of them. Man, Blast Zone. With so many like 1-drop seeing play, especially Ragavan and Swiftspear and DRC, like Blast Zone's so good. Maybe I shouldn't have waited, but waiting does help play around them playing into their Goblin Guide. If they have Boros Charm, okay, good. Maybe I can hit Sunbaked Canyon. I think I will. And then I can also play Stoneforge Mystic. Go get Batterskull. Batterskull. It just has to be Batterskull because this is the only card that gains life. And maybe they can't cast Luris now. Okay. Maybe if I Field of Ruin this, maybe they can't. Maybe they can't cast white spells anymore. That would be pretty sweet. Fails to find. I like that. You know, one of these cards is Luris in their hand. Whew, but I think I withered it just barely. Just barely. Alrighty, cool stuff. Cool beans. Oh man. Oh man. That was close. Down to the wire. Good to know that I can keep them off white with my fielder runes, possibly. That's a line I didn't necessarily think about, but obviously they don't really play basic planes, so it's actually might be legitimate. Okay, just like the first burn match. Yeah, we need Sanctum, Prelate, and we need Chalice. I think Thraben Inspector is one of the weaker links. Yeah, Flicker Wisp is too. Flicker Wisp is okay, but just kinda not. I mean, Skyclave Apparition, yeah. Solitude. No, Solitude's the real deal. Yeah, Ephemerate's subject to getting turned off by my own Chalice at 1, or even my own Sanctum Prelate, but yeah, actually, maybe Ephemerate's not where I want to be. Too late. Well, it is in this hand. We're obviously not guaranteed to get hands like this, but you know. Okay. Please play Eidolon, because that would be perfect. Then I can nix the Eidolon with the Solitude before the Evoke resolves, so I won't take any damage. Then I can Ephemerate it, and then I can attack. No. Okay, so I'm going to do the Solitude effect, because I want to gain the life. Skyclave. Yeah, I think I'll do that this way. Alright. Well, at least if nothing else, I gained 3 life. That's not bad. Maybe that alone makes Ephemerate worthwhile. Yep. Ooh, Sanctum Prelate. Ooh. Should I? 1 or 2? Let's do 2. And they could just bolt it, but see, I wanna ideally shut off as many cards from them as I can, and then I want my Batterskull to actually stick. Okay, well, little did they know I was gonna go on 2. Because 2 is Smash to Smithereens mana. Okay, ouch. Need Batterskull. Need Batterskull. Need Batterskull. Need Batterskull. Okay, if they deal with this, I think I will path it. Yeah. Turn off auto yields. Well, I guess if they just path it, I don't need to path my path in response to their path. I'm a little bit worried about Smash to Smithereens. Well, at least I don't take damage. Smash to Smithereens would be nasty. Okay. No Smash to Smithereens, please. I don't want to be smashed to Smithereens. Okay. Not bad. I guess we do this. Or I could just path. Yeah, let's path. Alrighty. Let's see. Maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't have like. I think return that to hand is so important if they have Smash to Smithereens. So I misplayed. No, no. See, I even knew that could have happened. Maybe. I'll put this on 2. Solitude, yay. Solitude USA. Yeah. They can't really get anything back yet. I think it's wise for them. Should I Chalice on 1 or Chalice on 2? I think Chalice on 2. Yeah, because that turns off all the heavier hitting spells. Okay, it doesn't turn off that, but that's okay. I don't think they actually got anything. That's fine. Get equipped to Wall of Omens. and I can gain 1 more life by sacking it now. Actually, Chalice 2 is better in a way, for exactly this reason. So I could just go for the win now, but I don't see the need to. Well, we do have a lot of life gain, which definitely helps the burn matchup, so alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. Match 5. The question is, do we keep? Reluctantly, I think the answer is yes. I could definitely see myself. Now, Tron is still probably a very... Okay, it's not Tron. Tron's a very speculative matchup now. But maybe with Sanctum Prelate, we can shut down enough of the cards we need to shut down, but I don't know why I'm thinking Tron, because this does not seem to be Tron. Oh, it's the Footfalls deck. Man, I don't have, like, any removal or anything. I'm gonna ice my land. Fine. Meanie. I need to hit my land drops. That's a land drop. Alright, they're gonna probably dump for 8 power worth of Rhinos on the battlefield. Alright, well, I guess I could block one, but maybe what's the point? I can try to Flicker Wisp one. I need some free stuff, or I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably block this time. Yeah, I have to block. Gotta hit my land drops, gotta hit my land drops, gotta hit my land drops. And pizza's on a bagel. You can eat pizza anytime. Well, I don't like doing the double block, but what else am I supposed to do, man? What else am I supposed to do? Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. Well, at least, I don't know. Hopefully they don't have Stomp. I mean, what are the odds they don't have Stomp? I can't not do this, because, I mean, this is my only chance. Obviously, I'm going to get stomped, but this was my only chance. This, I guess, wasn't a good chance. And I still might lose, even if they don't have Stomp. Just saying. Okay, well, at least I soaked up 1 damage there. Okay. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime. Well, that's a... Remember that song was kind of passionate. Whoever that was really wanted their pizza. I can't do that because I'm gonna just I have to do this. I have to do this now too. Force negation, fine. You win. Well, obviously gotta block both. Pizza's on a bagel. I mean, you'd think they don't have stomp. I mean, some of the... Yeah, I gotta do this. This is my only chance. I mean, obviously they might just have stomp, but I mean, they didn't have stomp before, right? They didn't have stomp, and besides, like, what am I supposed to do? There's like no other way. In fact, this doesn't even do it. Well, I mean, it might do it, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I think I have to block with just the germ token. Okay, well, now they have stomp. Alrighty. Well, this deck is technically tier 2, so, you know, it's not necessarily considered an unbeatable monstrosity. So Chalice is great, Settle, the Wreckage is great, Sanctum Prelate is great, it's all great. All great. I love it. I love it. Flicker Wisp is great. Skyclave Apparition is Garbo. Path to Exile, I think Path to Exile is a little Garbo. I mean, it can be good, but it's kind of Garbo. Well, maybe one path. Ephemerate. Is Ephemerate good? Ephemerate can be good, that's for sure. Yeah, Ephemerate's great. I don't know, Path can be good too. Sort of Fire and Ice. I don't know if we need all these equipment. It's all fancy-dancy equipment. Maybe we just play Batterskull. No, we need stuff to fetch. And besides, Mortar Pod can shoot the... One of the only reasons I want Path is because we can shoot you could shoot the Brazen Borrowers out of the sky, but, you know, Mortar Pod can do that anyway. All of these equipments are just... Like, they've just all got their place. I like them. This would have been better as Path. Maybe this will become Path if we're lucky enough to win this game. Wait, tell me I brought in Chalice. Okay, good. Man, this hand could end up just... Alright, this hand has more potential. I don't want to lose too much life, but... Yeah, I don't want to lose too much life. Ah, that sucks. I don't want to lose too much life. That sucks. I can draw some serious cards with this Ephemerate. Maybe I won't expose this to, I don't think they play Grief. I don't want to expose this to, turn 2, Foundation Breaker. Unlike Temur Living End, they don't play Grief, and they don't play a bunch of cantrips, so like they literally have to... The only way I get punished is if they literally rip... They didn't have Force Negation last turn, and they literally ripped it off the top. Under all other circumstances. Okay. So how about this? Let's see if this sticks. Okay, thought so. Alright, let's Sanctum Prelate then. So obviously they can just stomp it, but they at least have to take a turn off doing so. And if they let me go to my turn, I can save it with Ephemerate. Okay, well, fair enough. Okay, but maybe I can get my Ephemerate going with the Flicker Wisp. That would be nice. Oh yeah, close. I almost want to Ephemerate this so that I can maybe draw an untapped land, but it has to be basically a plane, so maybe not. Hopefully I don't really have much. I'm worried about Fury. Well, they can't cast it anyway, so I might as well just do that. And if they stomp this, that's fine by me. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, maybe I'll attack with Flicker Wisp. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to Ephemerate the wall, because I want to at least get the advantage there. Okay. Maybe I should have saved one Ephemerate, so but I might be able to settle the wreckage, which is maybe another reason why Oh, Fury time. At least I think it's Fury time. Alright, well, I've got to settle the wreckage, so feel good about that. Well, at least in theory I should feel good about it. Alright. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. Man, settle the wreckage. Maybe, hopefully they don't just draw a Force Negation. If they draw literally anything but Force Negation, I think I'm good. Alright, let's do this. Settle the wreckage. Please no Force of Negation. Please no Force of Negation. Yay! Yay! Settle the wreckage. See, maybe this ain't so bad. Can actually clean up after they resolve. Fury. Well, we can Solitude. They can Fury. We can Solitude. Any particular reason why I shouldn't do this on their turn? Maybe they play another. Yeah, just do this now. That was insane. Settle the wreckage. Like, one of the reasons why I like Settle the Wreckage, like I've said, I'm not sure if I mentioned in the deck tech, but like, it's great against Dredge, and like if they do end of turn, dump a bunch of tokens in play, or end of turn Living End, I've got my outs, you could say. I'm a little bit worried about them putting Rhinos in play. So I could just do this. Put Sword of Fire and Ice. That could be a mistake, but I'll wait till next turn. Hopefully they don't Prismari command me. That's fine. They iced. Iced. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Alright, 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 alright. Well, I don't think we've ever been closer to a 5-0. I don't think we've ever been better prepared against this deck specifically. I want to be even better prepared, though. I want to be even better prepared. What can I do? I got an idea. I don't need Caldera. I'll play another path, like we already discussed. You know what? Mortarpod's cute, but let's also just play another path. I think, yeah, you know what? Yeah, 3 paths. I like this. Sword of Fire and Ice and Batterskull, I think that's all I really need. Yeah, just pass me, help me survive, and I like surviving. I don't know about you all, but I kind of like surviving. Keeping hands like this is how I lose. I don't like it, but I think I have to keep it. That other hand had 1 more mana. What can you do, right? Secluded Steppe. Yeah. See if they ice me. I don't like being iced. I don't want to be iced. Okay, they didn't ice me. How very nice of them. Considering I'll probably just get stomped, maybe we'll do this. And I can Flicker Wisp at least one of these things, which I'm sure they're going to dump into play. Or not. I need to be able to be efficient. There's just no other way. Gotta hit my Batterskull. I know they're gonna dump a bunch of tokens. It's okay. I've trained for this my entire life. Should I path on? Yeah, I think pathing now is probably better. And this kind of forces them to stomp, because if they don't, Batterskull's a great way for me to stabilize. But since they have to stomp, they can't dump more Rhinos. I think this one I can keep. I can take. They gotta stomp. There's no other way. Oh, if it was a white mana. Excuse the sighing. Well, we got to untap with this. That's good. But the problem is... okay. I kind of want a Field of Ruin and then, I can't. I have to Batter Skull. Now they're probably just gonna Brazen Borrow it. But if they do, maybe I can equip to Stoneforge. What is this? Prismari command. Oh, okay. Well, at least I can Ephemerate. Oh, I ran out of. Maybe I shouldn't have got so excited. Yeah, I don't like taking, but I need my card draw. I have to field. I'm just taking way too much damage. But I don't want to field that though, because that's like... Actually, anything I field could create this similar problem. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for Fire Ice. Alright, well now I guess I come in packing answers to my answers. I definitely block. Gonna go too low. Come on. I still think I might... Man, I hate having to take so much damage here. Ooh, that's good. Let's see here. I have to do this. Man, actually I tapped my lands wrong, dang it. Now they can double stomp me. And they do play a basic. If they play end of turn Brazen Borrower, then I guess I'm dead either way, but But I still am worried about them like somehow firing, icing, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have gone down to 3. Okay, I don't know why they did that. Okay. Well, I gotta block. I gotta make a bad block. Could have just won though. I got a bad feeling about this. I have another. Okay. Well, I'll keep living to find another day. I need that path that's buried somewhere in my deck. In Modern. Man. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I can't even close to. I don't know. Like I gotta actually try to win, don't I? I don't know. Maybe I don't. Maybe winning is for chumps. You know what? I should have flickered my Flicker Wisp. I would have played around Fury a little better. I don't know. GG's. I don't know what they're drawing. It's massively more land. I got Sanctum. Maybe I should have named 3. Yeah, I should have named 3, because then it's the same thing in the end. But 3 also means that they can't play Prismari Command and a whole bunch of other things. Come on, I can draw something good. I don't know. I don't know if this qualifies as good or not. This can't be 0. That's not good. Yeah, this totally should have been 3. Well, GG's. They're gonna... I mean, what are the odds? Like, by now, they can't deal with it. Yep, there we go. Well, post-league wrap-up. So, that was a heartbreaking lack of trophy. I mean, we were so close. We almost got that trophy. But hey, you can't win them all. I mean, we had the tools. I actually think I like our Temur Rhinos matchup. I mean, sometimes even if we aren't sideboarded, you know, I think if we had some of our crazy Solitude Ephemerate type hands, we might be able to just clear all those Rhino tokens, maybe Flicker Wisp, maybe Ephemerate them. Like I definitely think that we've got the tools. I mean, Rhinos is like not one of our worst matchups. I wouldn't say it's like one of our best matchups, but it's probably even a good matchup. I mean, but regardless, it's definitely not a bad matchup. But you know, obviously, we both kind of got mana flooded there towards the end, and just whoever's going to draw more gas, you know, was going to take it, so they took it. Yeah, I mean, Boros burn, like, you know, I'm very, very pleased that we were able to take them both down. I think 2-0, at least that's what my notes say, but my notes, sometimes, my notes are basically always, almost always correct. Very, very rarely do I get a loss that's actually a win, and obviously we all saw it was a 4-1. Yeah, so it was a 4-1. Sometimes though, like a 2-0 was actually a 2-1, or a 2-1 was actually a 2-0. Yeah, according to my notes, we have Boros burn 2-0 both times, and that's encouraging, because that means maybe we really don't need Charming Prince. I mean, Chalice and Sanctum Prelate are both a pretty good double team. Izzet Delver, I mean, good to know that we've got the heavy hitting cards. Gotta love how Flicker Wisp can reset that Murktide region. That's huge, actually. It's not like it doesn't outright deal with it, but that is huge that it kind of quasi deals with it. And of course, Temur Living End. We didn't actually get to use Settle the Wreckage, but we were able to get them with our other sideboard cards, which is pretty nice. Hey, look, one of these days we will finally get that trophy. This is we were so close. We were so close. Oh, but it's okay. We don't have half as much experience. We have not even close to half as much experience playing this deck as we do with the red deck. I think, though, we're finally getting the hang of it. We're finally getting the hang of how to do mono white right. At least what speaks to us. Like, this is, I mean, we're definitely putting the MHayashi spin on this. But, you know, I'm finally getting the hang. Like, this is starting to finally feel like my deck. And I'm starting to finally feel like I'm getting MHayashi type results. You know, I mean, we'll see if it continues that way, but I like it. We've got tons of interaction. We have combos and stuff. I mean, we grind like mad, and the sideboard is a very, very nice mix of multi-purpose cards that help out a lot in a lot of different matchups. We could certainly do a lot worse. Oh yeah, and Blast Zone, man. I almost forgot to mention Blast Zone. I think this card is going to be a staple in our deck going forward. This is nuts. How many times did Blast Zone just completely bail us out? How many times did it just end the game? I think we would be remiss to be counting out Blast Zone. Blast Zone is, ooh. But yeah, oh, another cool thing. This didn't come up this league, but I have been, in like other unrecorded games, I have been running into Torpor Orb, and Torpor Orb is just not Torpor Orb is obviously not ideal, but it doesn't just shut us down when we have Blast Zone on 2. You know, it's coming in against other decks, but our mana base handles Torpor Orb. That is very nice. So I don't know what else to say. I think we finally figured out a configuration of cards that handles what we need to handle. Anyway, if you all want to see more, want to see me jam nonsense like this more, then definitely subscribe, and you'll definitely catch some of that. I mean, you'll catch my games where I'm trying to do that. At least the ones that the audio manages to be at least somewhat acceptable. Yeah, and actually, see, I've got the new and the old one here. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, just yeah, see, just Charming Prince is Ephemerate, and I think Ephemerate is way better than Charming Prince if you're not playing Aether Vial. So let's delete this one, and let's I think this is just our default now, so we don't need to call it new. I wasn't sure which version I was going to be using. I think it's going to be this one. Yep. All right. Anyway, until next time, take care, everybody. Yeah, take care.